Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is 9th Legion, and let's play some more Stellaris, where we've just finished our first combat against space pirates, unfortunately losing a station in the progress. But our fleet survived, and are now heading home to be repaired. Let's move up to fast speed again. We have several ships hanging around not doing much, so... Construction ship in Sirius, I would like that society research. So let's build that research station. It's going to cost us 90 credits, we can actually afford that, okay. Right now we've got plus 20 credits coming in, and our energy problems have been sorted out. We're up to plus 9 energies, that's pretty good. We've just finished off our colony on Albion, but let's give orders to our science ships first. So, yeah, Grumium has got a lot of resources in it as well. 7 minerals there. I wouldn't mind getting that either. We should probably, I've skipped over a system there, we should probably scout that one out. And the UNS Molders, I'm actually going to send back to Alpha Centauri. I'd actually like them to go and investigate this debris for me, and they can actually do a research project on it. It's a shame we lost the station that was orbiting Alpha Centauri 4, but that's kind of the way it goes, I suppose. So there we go, all of our fleets have orders. Let's have a look at Albion. So, the surface of this planet is not great. I'll be honest, it's not the best planet in the world, but we're going to do what we can with it. It does have a lot of tile blockers, but at least we've got it, and it means the Galerian Empire can't have it, which, you know, I kind of appreciate. Now, we could put an edict in place here. It would cost us a fair bit of influence, but we do have a decent chunk of it up there. Ooh, we have a diplomatic communication from the Tegel Interplanetary Confederation. We aim to establish an embassy on Hiris Mo for the future betterment of Tegel human diplomacy. This is very interesting. So does that mean... Yeah, we now both have an embassy with each other. So, their opinion of us... Yeah, we've already got plus 19 for the... Yeah, they want us to like them and we want to like them as well. They are still superior to us in many ways. Although, upgrading our fleet means that our fleet power is now equivalent, as is our naval capacity. Which is good to see. They still have the age and technology though. And population. We've got 10 population, they've got 14. The Glirians are on 9, so they are equivalent and wary of us. Even with our embassy providing plus 24 opinion, they still don't like us very much. They are never going to like us very much. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about that. We just have to keep an eye on them and make sure that we don't fall behind. But getting serious is going to go a long way to doing that. I wonder if we can do anything else with the Tegel. Let's have a word with them, shall we? So, they are erudite explorers, and they gladly trade knowledge. I wonder if we can do a trade deal with them for some information. So, this is the diplomacy screen. As you can see, we can trade for energy credits, minerals, monthly or an instant lump sum transfer. We can discuss border access, giving them systems, non-aggression pledges, guarantee of independence, migration access, so allowing their species access to our worlds, even research agreements, although they would never agree to one at this point. Negative 1,000 on that. They do have a 90% willingness to trade though, so in time, if we get a bit closer to them, they might be happy with that idea. But I wonder if we could trade star charts. They've definitely have a larger empire, and I feel like they might have explored further. So would they consider? They would. Trade acceptance. And there's a good chance they're going to accept this with a 90% willingness. And plus 2 on the modifier. Let's see if they're willing to trade star charts. This does give up a bit of information ourselves, but I'd be interested to know what they know. So we'll fire that off. Unpause the game. Oh wow, they agreed to that almost instantly. Excellent. I wonder if we get... Does that give us any bonuses to our relationship because we've done a trade deal? No, apparently not. Okay, well, still. That's pretty cool. So we can see actually what's in their borders. But nothing without... Okay, it doesn't give you all their star charts. There's a tropical world up there. Tundra world. There's a tropical world there. I can't reach it, but there's a tropical world. And we can colonize tropical worlds now. Oh damn, that would be a really bad place. Putting one of our colonies between these two empires, I don't think that's a very safe idea. I probably won't do that anytime soon. With any luck, we might find some more colonizable worlds around here. You never know. Okay, the first fleet is still getting themselves repaired, and I was meant to be doing stuff in Albion, wasn't I? That's what I was doing. So, we were thinking about some kind of edict. Land of Opportunity attracts migrants. Infrastructure projects reduces building time. Or grassroots administration would give us energy credits. I don't really need any of those right now. My construction ship's just finished. Infrastructure projects would be useful, although it is very expensive. If there's a brand new colony that you want to make the most out of, it would be pretty handy. The problem is, there's just nothing here to do. The only thing we can really do is give them a governor. We don't have anyone available, so we'll have to recruit a new governor. Obviously we get our usual free options. What do we have? We have an eager leader who will cost us less influence to hire. Or an intellectual who will boost engineering, physics and society output. It's not terrible, although that planet isn't actually producing any engineering, physics or society research yet. But she is only 37 years old. Yeah, you'll do. So you can now govern this world. This does have a bunch of other modifiers. Happiness plus 4%, construction time minus 12%, clear blocker time minus 12%. So that's not terrible. I wonder if there's any policies we could put in place that would also help. Information quarantine, no. Encourage free thought, no. No, none of those would actually help us. I think we'll leave Sirius to do its own thing for a while. Well, sorry, Albion. The only thing I can do is build a hydroponics farm here for this population to work when that actually pops. It will reduce the mineral output from that tile, but we want the food anyway. That will work out a lot better for it. Okay, we are sitting on a decent amount of resources. We can continue building stuff with our construction ship. We could replace the lost lab above Alpha Centauri. Let's build a new research station there to replace that. And then I think we'll have... First fleet has been fully repaired, which is nice. I think following that... Ooh, scientist Teresa Decker has leveled up. Teresa Decker is working on Earth, so she's one of our research scientists. Ah, she's the one working for our engineering team. She's currently working on the debris in Alpha Centauri project, though, with the aid of our science ship. First Fleet did pretty well, I actually think. Their shields definitely gave them an edge in that fight. We could build a few more corvettes. We could build at least one more. But we've got a population here that's about to pop. I'm actually going to move them over there. I'm going to have you build a power plant, which is going to take up a chunk of our minerals, so we'll get more energy from there. So you're all building stuff. I'm going to build another corvette. Those pirates were, you know, 3 corvettes coming out of nowhere like that.
Research
wouldn't be prepared for that sort of thing. And we have finished the planetary unification research project, so we now have an extra 1 monthly influence. We can also do the edict propaganda broadcasts, increasing happiness by 10%. This edict creates broad information delivery mechanisms, ensuring that a consistent and positive narrative is maintained. So if we ever have problems with population happiness, then this is the thing to deal with it. Let's choose some new research for you. Okay, there's a couple of good ones here. Extra naval capacity is always handy, plus 10% to the number of naval units we can maintain. Always good. We have a rare technology available to us, private colony ship. Managing connections between the private sector and the government and giving subsidies to the right investors allows for private initiatives into colonization. This allows the construction of private colony ships funded by unknown actors from the private sector. As a result, the colonists may have ethics differing from the majority, but they will still be part of our empire. They just might be unruly members. I mean, that's kind of cool, but... and it is a rare technology that don't come up very often. However, we really need to get rid of active volcanoes on Albion. Being able to remove these tower blockers early on will make Albion a much more productive planet, so I'm afraid we're going to have to do that. Normally you don't want to pass up a rare technology, but if we look at the surface of Albion, there are 4 active volcanoes. If I'd known we were going to get that technology so early, I would have put the ship shelter here.
Debris analysed.
Ooh, okay. We had a couple of pop-ups there while I was talking about that. We have analysed the debris from the fight against the pirates in Alpha Centauri. This has given us 10% progress on the nanocomposite material research. We gained 15 physics research points and another 5 points of engineering research, which is pretty handy. Right. So you need new orders. Why haven't we surveyed yet? I think we've done most of these worlds, apart from the ones where we know there's hostile aliens. Which we are going to have to do something about. There's 4 systems we've avoided because of hostile aliens. For the time being, head back over here and continue surveying this side that we unlocked with our wormhole generator. But I think I know where our military fleet's going next, because we're going to have to do something about these bad guys. Our construction ship is still working at Alpha Centauri, or still travelling to Alpha Centauri to rebuild that science station we lost. Alpha Centauri, the colony of Albion, has built that hydroponics farm, so as soon as that population pops, they'll be able to start working on that. Overall, we're doing pretty well. I mean, getting rid of those active volcanoes and having tropical planet research unlocked is going to be pretty handy. Although I'm still not convinced I want to try and go for this tropical world up here. That just seems a little bit too far away. Also, outside of our wormhole range, we'd have to put something into Quanaga 4 to actually manage that. We do have enough minerals though that I am going to build another corvette. Get 7 Mulder's class corvettes online and running. We should have blue lasers coming as well, which should do more damage. That's still 38 months away though, so I'm not going to wait for that. So 7 ships, that'll be about 200 firepower, and then we can start investigating some of these hostile aliens from previous encounters and seeing what they make of our shiny new ships. And then we're probably going to build the frontier outpost here. We're going to need 100 minerals for that, which we do have, or we will have by the time the construction ship finishes. There we go, you're done. So we have our research stations back again, giving us a nice +9 physics research. So we want to build a frontier outpost in one of these systems. The only problem is I'm not sure how much range we get, so while I would be tempted to go for Fangor, which does have that lovely 4 rock, 4 extra minerals per month for 1 mining station is pretty good. Oop, no, that was the wrong button to press. But there's 8 in Procyon, but it's going to be spread across 4 different stations. But if we've got a frontier outpost here, and we colonise Alpha Centauri, we'll claim Procyon pretty quickly. And that'll be the next thing we're saving up for. Sol can be building our next colony ship to take Alpha Centauri. That's a good point I just made to myself. Okay, we're going to head to Fangor.
Construction complete.
And that's going to be where we build...
Construction complete.
Ooh, are we finished? I've completed this surface construction queue, that's good. And the next frigate is available, so we now have 200 military firepower. Exactly. In that case, First Fleet is going to head to Rijin, and we're going to see what's there, because we had seen some alien vessels. I don't know what sort of alien vessels they were, because we hadn't identified them at the time. Yeah, just build me frontier outpost in Fangor. We'll also put a wormhole generator there to expand our reach out in this direction.
System survey complete.
Okay, the UNS Equinox has finished her mission in Hyeken. 9 minerals here. That's pretty good. where to next? We've done Mega Hammer, Grimium's done, you're doing Scod. I guess we will have a look at Falmir. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, some Placid Gas Leviathans. Where are these Placid Gas Leviathans? There they are. They are orbiting a gas giant where they tend to hang out when they're not warping between systems. They aren't hostile to us, so they'll be nice and peaceful. And you're going to build a station directly above the sun. And looks like First Fleet has encountered some bad guys. What have we got? 178. Ooh, that is, I believe, a Void Cloud. 1,500 hull points and a military power of 178. Now you might think to yourself that one ship on its own, when we have a higher military power, would be an easy picking for a fleet, but it's not quite the case. When you've got one big ship like this, it's going to have that 178 firepower for the entire duration of the fight. It doesn't lose firepower as it gets damaged. Meanwhile, our fleet of 7 ships, we're going to lose one ship and suddenly our firepower drops. Then we lose a second ship and we lose even more firepower. I think we wouldn't win that fight. I think it would be too close to call. So we're actually going to bail on that. And we're going to go see what's actually in Quinaga. Maybe we'll have better luck there. We should be able to get out of here plenty of time.
Anomaly found.
Oh, and we found an anomaly. A level 3 anomaly found by Ivan Krutov in Scod. Now, failure risk is only 12%. Wonder if anyone else would. Elsa Kruger. No, she'd have the same. They are both level 4 now. And I guess his archaeologist trait isn't going to come into this. Scanning the star unveils a small object in rapid orbit. Its small size and high velocity make it difficult for our sensors to locate. 12% is pretty good. Give that a go. Ivan's worked out pretty well for us. He hasn't failed us yet. So, unfortunately we had to retreat from Origin, but we'll see what Quinaga has for us next. We have alien vessels... Oh, no we don't. That was a lie on my part. No hostiles here remaining. Someone or something has been here and dealt with those, because that alien station wouldn't have left on its own. Which means we can now survey that system. Okay, let's head down to Ambissa. There were some alien vessels here. Hopefully not another Void Cloud, but we'll find out. And we have a new election campaign underway. We have 88 days to see who's going to be our new president. Looks like it's a tie currently between Jackie Hood, she's our current leader with the Orbital Researcher Mandate, and Roberto Solano, who also has the Orbital Researcher Mandate. Jackie Hood would give us plus 10% happiness and leader lifespan. Roberto Solano plus 10% minerals and minus 25% constructor build cost and minus 25% mining station build cost. That's pretty interesting, actually. I mean, we could throw some support his way. Oh, bloody hell, Ivan's here. Ivan, what the hell are you doing? Are you trying to be present? I need you commanding my ship, don't go doing that. I wonder, is Roberto Solano one of our characters? Oh, he's the Governor of Earth. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Okay, we might keep an eye on that. I'm going to keep that open, actually. We might want to throw some support Roberto Solano's way, because I would like the Space Miner trait. Plus Industrialist. I mean, we'd lose a bit of happiness, but that's pretty powerful. Let's see how he does. So I'm going to leave this open. Well, I'm going to have to close it now, because we've entered Ambissa. What have we got here? Space Amoebas. Oh dear. Okay, military power of 452 versus our 200. I'm afraid, guys, that's not a fight we can win. Let's get out of there. Let's head to Seracle. There's another alien space station here. This should be the ancient mining drones we encountered before. The probability conundrum. So this is Ivan finishing off his research project. We've gotten a report from Science Officer Ivan Krutov. It seems that a ceramic container is circling the star Scod. Most peculiar. It obviously should not be there, yet somehow it has managed to find its way into a close orbit. A special project can be issued to investigate the container and try to deduce how it ended up there. A conundrum worth investigating, which would give us the special product Improbable Ceramics, or all questions don't have worthwhile answers, which would just give us 40 influence. I mean, 40 influence isn't bad. We did just spend a bunch on building this outpost. That would pay back almost half the cost of that. But I have to admit, I'm kind of intrigued about why a small ceramic container is circling a star in close orbit. So that is a conundrum worth investigating.
Situation log updated.
Right, you guys should be leaving. Is that coming after us? No, the amoeba isn't actually attacking us. Unlike the void cloud, it's a bit less aggressive. Hostile, but less aggressive. The election's still got 45 days to go. I think we're definitely going to support Roberto Solano, but I'll give my support a bit closer to the date, just in case he manages to put out a victory. And let's see... What else do we want to do? Oh, I want to have a look at the special product, didn't I? Orbital research mandate. We're going to fail on this, actually. We only managed to build 2 stations during that 5-year period. Unfortunately, we built some in Alpha Centauri before that, and rebuilding one hasn't counted towards it. Or has it? Because we built one here... Oh no, it has. So actually I could just kill them and rebuild them, but that would be very wasteful of minerals. In the early game, it's kind of hard to achieve these mandates sometimes. We also have the Improbable Ceramics mission. A ceramic pot is orbiting a sun. This is beyond improbable. Figuring out what it does there will take some time. Who knows what the answer will be, or if there is even one. We would need a scientist present in orbit with a science ship. And we don't know how long that would take, and it would also consume our society researcher, who is currently working on removing those volcanoes. I want those volcanoes first, so we'll come back to that later. You guys should be jumping out momentarily. There we go. Our construction ship has reached Fangor and is hard at work. And, ooh. There we go. What have we got here? Aha! We have what appears to be a small group of drones. Autonomous Unit Drone 7731A. They are a mineral extraction operation of ancient mining drones. They also have a space station, mining station 88D223A. Okay. Right, before we engage them, how are we doing on the election? 19 days left. Roberto Solano is not winning. Ooh, those mining drones are coming straight for us though, so we are going to have to focus on that momentarily. Let's wind down the clock a bit. Right, let's give our support to Roberto Solano. Supported one time. That gives him 38% of the share of the vote. He should win quite easily. We're now going to slow down time and watch this fight. So the mining drones are coming out on their own. The station is back here. Which means we're going to take on these guys away from the firepower of that station. I think that's probably for the best. In fact, if we can drag them a little bit further away from the station, that would be really good. Oh, new ruler mandate. Roberto Solano has been elected as President of the United Nations of Earth. Excellent, so we now have a minor mandate. And unfortunately, our President's reign has come to an end with their election campaign promises unfulfilled, because we weren't able to build 4 research stations in that 5-year period. Which does make us suck a little bit. So we now have the orbital... Oh no, he also had the orbital research mandate. It's just replaced the old one. That's fine. But we should be getting a bonus to our mineral gain per month. There they go, they turned around a bit. Now they're coming back at us. Here we go. We are going into combat. Wow, we just really rammed into each other there. Lots of lasers on my ship, that's good. My deflectors are working. Doesn't look like these guys have them. But one of my corvettes is already getting beaten up there. Wow, they're focusing that guy down really quickly. We're spreading our firepower out a lot. We're going to lose one guy. Yeah, unfortunately he's dead. They've already stripped the shields off, or the deflectors off one of our ships. Looks like we killed one of them. We might get away. I think we're going to win this with just losing one corvette, which is acceptable to me. Yeah, the second one's gone. This is going to be easy.
Situation log updated.
Okay. Fleet combat stats. We did 1296 damage. 1212 of that was to armor, and 84 is that. Oh no, 1212 of that was to hull. 84 of that was to armor. They had no shields, and our hit ratio was 81%. They, meanwhile, did 518 damage. 135 of which was blocked by our deflectors, which is pretty good. Also, their hit ratio was appalling, 42%, firing medium cutting lasers. And there's a reason for that. Not only were we firing, not only are we more evasive than they were, I would imagine, is what I'm predicting here, they were firing medium weapons, which aren't as good as tracking small ships like corvettes. So our small lasers targeting larger ships were able to handle them pretty well. We do now have another time project there, so we might have someone come over and do that soon. We do get quite a lot of time for that. 1800 days to get someone over there and analyse that debris. Now, how are we doing? One of our ships took a little bit of damage, but I think we can afford to move in and deal with this mining station as well. We're just going to wait for those deflectors to come back online. They recharge a little slowly. So we're just going to hold
System
our
survey
position out
complete.
here. And the UNS Equinox is actually finished. Well, in that case, you can come here and research that for me. I'm not quite sure where they are in the universe, but that's their mission. Okay, First Fleet is moving in again. We're down one ship, but we've got the minerals to actually go build another one once this is all done.
Hostile fleet engaged.
It's our small lasers firing. I'm not sure what defensive they've got. Have we seen any return fire yet? I'm not seeing any return fire on here. What are they actually firing from that station? Can we see anything coming out of it? Oh, there we go. They have got some kind of gun. There we go. Yeah, they're stripping the shield off this guy. Looks like it might be some kind of kinetic weapon, actually. It's not a laser beam or a missile. And I also think it's missing a lot, because it's struggling to target our small and evasive ships. So again, this station has 2,000 hit points, but we've already taken it down to around 700. This is going to be a pretty easy victory for us. We're not going to lose any ships. We can get rid of that. Get rid of that. 400 hit points left. They've got through the shields on the UNS Fatch, but her hull's still holding up strong. A few more volleys and this station is done for.
Situation log updated.
There we go, destroyed. Right, you guys can head home and get repaired. And we do have another research project for our science ship. So they can also analyse this debris field once they've finished with that one.
System survey complete.
And another system survey is completed. UNS Mulder's, where are you? Up here. I suppose we should probably prioritise the ones nearer the Glyn, so that we don't have a problem when their borders start to expand. So far they haven't actually expanded at all, that we can see. But we should know, even if they expand into the region we can't see over here, we should at least see their borders move out, like we did with these guys. And our construction ship is still working on building us that station. 85% of the way there. Perfect. Okay, well, we managed to liberate one system. We found another was already liberated by someone else. I would expect, possibly, it was going to be the Tagel. I don't think the Glirans have gone all the way over there. Let's unpause time. Oh, actually, looking at the time, I think it's probably I should call this episode here. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this pretty exciting episode, actually. Do feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you guys later for the next one. Bye.